I am Preeti, and today we are going to learn about the Bhagwad Gita. And initially, I had decided that I will be using all the three Bhagwad Gitas that I have. Yeah, I know, like these are like a lot, but yeah, I have got the English as well as the Hindi version because I have two channels. Okay, so you might be aware of this, but I think that getting all of these three is not possible. Plus, I also feel that Bhagwad Gita is a Bhagwad Gita whether you refer one or you refer three or you refer 10. So this is why I just decided to check out this one because okay, now this is Bhagwad Gita by Paramhansa Yoganand. It's like really awesome, and I feel that even you should read it. The thing why I'm not including whatever I read from that Bhagwad Gita is it's like very lengthy explanation, and it is actually good. See, I actually feel that for personal learning, you should definitely go for it. But in order for me to make the videos like good and a reasonable amount of length, I think I should be checking out that one because it's too lengthy explanation. Let me share with you. It has like the first paragraph, the first shloka of this. It is actually like 40 to 50 pages, which I feel, I don't feel that it's difficult to explain things. But the thing is that 40 to 50 pages, if I explain word to word, the video will get very lengthy. Plus, it's going to be, I know that there are some people who just click on a video, they don't even watch it entirely and just flip over to the next video. Yeah, that's called getting distracted by the shiny objects. But I just feel that is really good for a personal learning, in-depth learning, if you really want that. So I just decided that I will be sticking on to this one as well as this one. Okay, so because these are like these also stick to the actual Mahabharata thing. It's now let me share one good thing about this Bhagwad Gita. This is, you can see that this is a little bit old. This is actually really old, 10 years older or 11 years old, I don't know. Okay, I want to share one more thing. You might say, okay, you just have a Bhagwad Gita just for 10 years. This is my Bhagwad Gita. Okay, what I feel about spiritual learning, especially this is like very in-depth learning. I just feel that from whichever Bhagwad Gita you learn, it is personal to you. Your learnings, your energy all imbibe into this Bhagwad Gita. So whenever next time you pull it out, it's going to be like an even easier learning of the earlier shlok that you had read. Okay, so this is why this is my personal Bhagwad Gita. We do have Bhagwad Gita in my family as well as every member of my family has their own Bhagwad Gita, okay, for study. I know that in India it's also believed that the full family has to have one Bhagwad Gita. This was a time when earlier, like years back, there used to be one person who used to be sitting and reading the Bhagwad Gita, one wise person, and everybody from the family were listening to them. Okay, so but that time I don't think that's available for people now. So which is why people like to study their own Bhagwad Gita. People have their own time, people have their own priorities, so everybody is not free at the same time, so people choose to read their own Bhagwad Gita. I don't know whether others do that, but this is my understanding that if I want to learn something, especially I really want to learn something that's like getting into my mind, body and soul, I feel that book, it should be like personal to me, unique to me. Okay, now you might say, okay, where did I get that thought from? I got that thought from the YSS lessons of the Yogoda Satsang Society of India. They have these YSS lessons. I don't know whether you're aware of it or not. They send you lessons for like 3 to 3.5 years, and those lessons nobody except you have to read them. Okay, so you might say, okay, what is the problem in that? See, they have this very strict rule that one, if you read through this lesson, it's personal to you, and if somebody else is going to share those lessons with you, you have to actually inform them the name of that person who is actually going to read those lessons along with you, which I did not. I just applied my name. So yeah, so that is how, this is how even I came to this. The same thing for the Bhagavad Gita as well. So, and one good thing about this Bhagavad Gita is I have had this since past 11 years. And you know the good thing, not 11 years, since past 13 years I have had this. Good, perfect, 13 years, because you know, this explains something really good. I don't know whether you are Indian or not, but the thing with this Bhagavad Gita is the introduction part of this says that with every Sanskrit word, or every word that is karma, chakra, anything, the English how we write the English word, it has come down to the fact that we add a. And the earlier things that explain that unless you say the a, that word is not said to be complete, which is why instead of Krishna we write Krishna, instead of chakra we write chakra, instead of karma we write karma. So the thing is, it's actually, this is actually explained that if farm, when you say farm, you don't have to write a next to the m, you just write it farm, farm. You don't write farma to complete the m, you don't add the a to complete the m, right? Which still the word farm is complete, we still say it farm. So the same thing they have explained in context with karma. If karma word karm is fine, it's complete, you don't need to add a to it, because adding a, it has actually created a mess out of the Sanskrit language, because everybody now does not know how to speak the right word. Karma is written as karma, Krishna is written as Krishna, Rama is written as Rama, Ramayan is written as Ramayana, and Mahabharata is written as Mahabharata. And Bhagwad Gita, Gita is a name. Gita, actually it's something, there has to be a. Lord Krishna is his name, but in English, as they have added a, it becomes Krishna. So this is something that I really this was an eye-opener for me as well, because earlier even I used to say that way, and just because you see an extra a, you have this tendency that you start even adding that a to the word that you're speaking. Okay, so that is one thing, that is one amazing thing that I found in this Bhagavad Gita, which is why I would like to include this, as well as I would like to include this, as this is a very, I think this is considered to be a very, very popular Bhagavad Gita version. This is Bhagavad Gita as it is, I think it is by the ISKCON. So we will be referring to both of these Gita, and we will be actually I think that I should avoid the Gita by Paramhansa Yoganand, because I feel that that's just too lengthy of an explanation, because Paramhansa Yoganand, this is the first volume, and about this thickness, there are 2 total volumes of the Bhagavad Gita, and I don't say that it's like a really good thing, it's very, very good Bhagavad Gita. And I feel if you are very, very interested to learn in depth about the Bhagavad Gita, just try this, because it is very detailed and it gives you like very, very deep studies about the Bhagavad Gita, because Paramhansa Yoganand, he himself studied Bhagavad Gita really in depth. And so that is where I suggest, but the explanation is really lengthy and really long. I just wanted that I give you the best explanations, I give you the best extract out of the Bhagavad Gita, and which is why I felt that would be too lengthy of explanation, which is why I am actually omitting that Bhagavad Gita. But this introductory part, I just thought of sharing this with you. You might want to know what is so special, why is this Bhagavad Gita so special. This Bhagavad Gita, it actually shares with you about, it's not actually describing about the Mahabharata war and the Bhagavad Gita that was sung at the Mahabharata war. It actually says that it's actually a step further. Somehow it is related to the 5 elements, and the Panch Pandav, the 5 Pandavas, they are compared to the 5 senses. And the 100 Kaurav brothers, they are compared to the 100 100 illusions, 100 things that actually disillusion the five senses, that actually make the five senses suffer. So it was actually the story that five Pandavas, and they had these 100 brothers who were very very cruel, and they always wanted to the five Pandavas to be let down. So somehow it does match with that. And then it says, it goes a step ahead, and it says that the five Pandavas are the five main elements and the five sense pleasures, the five chakras that you have. And in order for you to go above all the five senses, such that your senses don't lure you into doing something wrong, that is where you need to open your Kundalini. And Kundalini is considered that she is Draupadi. And once Draupadi has all the five husbands, the five chakras and the five Pandavas, that is where once she comes here, once the Kundalini comes here and opens this chakra, that is where you will be getting free from your bondage from the five chakra. You will be able to think beyond your five senses. Other than that, people who have not opened their first five chakras, they will not be able to think, they will not be able to make any decisions, they will not be able to do anything that is beyond their five senses. Okay, always your five senses will be a hurdle in anything that you would like to do. Okay, so that is what this Bhagavad Gita explains. So in order that you would like to know in deep about this is a little bit different about the chakras and Kundalini and the five senses. So yes, this explains in a different manner. So I would recommend this Bhagavad Gita, because yes, it's I think it's available in Hindi and English, also in Spanish. Let me just check it, because you would actually like to know that what other versions it's available. Up to my best knowledge, I feel that only Hindi and English are available for that Bhagavad Gita, but maybe it might be even available for other languages as well. Okay, so for now I just feel it's available in just Hindi and English. You might have to research it in your country if it's available in any other language. So for now, let's get started with this. So the first thing is, we'll get with the thing is that I will be directly explaining to you the meaning of each shlok. I won't be reading it out, because I just feel that's a good way to do. And okay, so the scene is where the scene is of the war, the Mahabharata war, where the Kauravas and Pandavas, they were brothers, they were cousins, and their fathers were own brothers. And it is considered that the Kauravas, they were very unjust and they were very cruel, and they tried to kill the Pandavas, because rightfully Pandavas were supposed to be king, because Kaurav's father, he had that birth defect with his eyes, which is why he could not be a rightful king. So Tritarashtra, he was their father. Tritarashtra was a very since childhood he had always aimed that he would become a king in future. And when he could not become the king, he was resentful towards his brother Pandu. He was resentful towards the Pandavas, and he always desired that his son Duryodhan and the other 100 sons, one of them should become the king. And he also gave into all the kind of injustice that was going on under his nose, despite knowing that was not right, that was not the right way to behave towards his brother's sons, but still he used to do it. So the scene is that finally what happens is, let me just give you a little bit of story of Mahabharata, that Pandavas, they were always kept devoid of the kingdom that they deserved. Still, Pandavas were considered that they had descended from the Devlok. They were the sons of Vayu and Indra, and so they were from the Devlok, and they had very very pure souls, which is why it was difficult for them to fight against the Kaurav. It was not difficult because they were very pure. It was difficult because they did not want to do anything unfair to them. So they just decided to bear it all, and they were tried to get, Duryodhan had tried to kill them so that he can have his own kingdom. And I know that, entire kingdom thing, the fight for the throne, all of that was there. But then Krishna is considered that he was the cousin of Kauravas and Pandavas. But Krishna knew that the Pandus, they were actually more worthy of the throne. They were actually more righteous in their actions. They were the ones who were following dharma, the path of dharma, and they were the rightful, they rightfully deserved the throne. Still, he did not make them fight for it. Okay, he just gave them the best options. He just wanted to give Kauravas all the possible options, that they should give a chance to Pandavas. They should give something that's rightfully theirs. And despite of getting a very bad place to make a kingdom, it was like a deserted place which was called Khandavprasth. And despite of knowing that, Yudhishthir has said that okay, we are fine with this, we will be going and ruling at that place. But just because Pandavas were very positive and very truthful, very honest people, that is why a lot of people from the kingdom of Hastinapur, where Duryodhan ruled, they followed the Pandavas, and they wanted to live with them. They wanted Pandavas to be the rightful kings. So Yudhishthir was the rightful king. They actually had made Khandavprasth, which was like a dry land, into Indraprasth, which was like a very magical place. It was something that everybody would like, that their kingdom should be that unique and that mystical. Okay, but somehow Duryodhan lured the Pandavas, and then he actually took away the kingdom, and into a game of dice, the Pandavas, they lost the whole kingdom, and Duryodhan made him swear that they would leave their kingdom and go into exile, and for like 12 years, and the 13th year they have to spend hidden. If they are caught, if they are found, then again they have to go for the 12 more years. So they actually completed their 13 years, and still Duryodhan did not agree. He said that he caught them midway, which is why they again have to go for 12 more years in exile. Now this is what Krishna was seeing all this. He knew that a lot of injustice was happening, but he wanted to give full opportunity to Duryodhan to improve, such that he mends his actions, he mends his karma. But Duryodhan could not do it, which is where Krishna he himself announced for the war. Now during this entire thing, there are a lot of things about Krishna that people usually misunderstand, but Krishna was he was the godly being. And now just because we are talking about Krishna, and because considering him the godly power, you might actually feel that okay, if you are not following Hindu religion, you might be following some other religion like Christianity, Islamism. So your question might be, okay, then if Krishna is God, then who is Allah? If Krishna is God, who is Jesus? See, I just feel that God is one, which is actually the reality that everybody knows. But when God chooses to incarnate, that is where those incarnations have different name. Okay, so one incarnation was Jesus also. One incarnation is, and now I cannot say that Allah is an incarnation, because Islam religion, it does not pray to Allah in the form of an idol. So I feel the translation of God in Urdu, it's actually Allah. And God is something that does not have a form. God is something that does not have a name. Okay, God does not have a name. God does not have a form. God is not finite. He is infinite. So the same thing applies even to the definition of Allah. And the same thing applies with the definition of Holy Spirit. In Christianity they consider that it's the Holy Spirit, and they consider Jesus as the god. And what I feel is, whatever is energy, any greater energy we are talking about, that is God. But as soon as there is some body, a body that you can see and touch, or you can see a picture of the God, or you can see the name of the God, that is where it's the form of God. That body has taken the form of God, and somehow that can be a god that who descends into the earth. And I don't say that they are the complete god. Yeah, they may be carrying the complete energy and divinity of God, but somehow I feel that if it is energetic, that is where it's complete God. Okay. And the war of Mahabharata has been said that it's like the most fierce war that has occurred in history. And when does the Bhagwad Gita occur? Arjun is considered to be a very very pure being, very pure person. He has very very divine qualities, and he also agreed to the war initially when Krishna had announced it. But then soon he realized, as soon as he comes on the war front, he sees that his own relatives standing opposite to him, already ready to fight a war, which shakes him up. It gets him into a deep depression, where he says that he tells Krishna that he is not ready to fight the war. He is ready to go into exile. He is ready to give up. He is ready to accept defeat, but he is not ready to kill his family members. He is not ready to kill his brothers. Okay, he was opposing the Kauravas, and definitely Kauravas were accompanied by some elders in their family, and these elders were considered very wise, though they were not wise because they were on the side of the unjust one, who is the Duryodhan and all his 100 brothers. See, yes, I do feel a lot of times, we feel that elders are somebody who are right. Elders are the wise people. Even if somebody is of an elderly age, but still if they are not following the right path, if they are not supporting the right people, they are not considered to be wise. They are not considered to be somehow, I do feel that you don't have to bend towards them. You don't have to falsely consider them as if you have to follow whatever they are saying, because in India we do have that stuff. It's like all over the world there are people who are grown-ups who actually behave like kids, or who out of ignorance they do the wrong stuff. But I feel no matter whatever the age is, if a person has wisdom, they are supposed to be respected, and they can actually be followed with the eyes closed. In India it's usually believed that people who are of an elderly age, whether they are right or wrong, just out of respect you have to listen to them, which I don't feel is the right thing. I feel following the right thing is important. Yes, you can continue respecting your elders, but following the wrong path, even if the elders are telling you to do the wrong stuff, you actually don't have to do it. Just the same way how Dhritarashtra, he knew that his son was wrong, but he was just getting disillusioned by it's not even love, by the attachment towards his son. Because of that he tries to give in to all of his misdeeds, and which is where his sons and his family pays a price. Okay, so what happens next is Krishna, who is the Sarthi means who is the charioteer of Arjun, he starts giving the knowledge of Bhagwad Gita to Arjun, that Arjun should forget all of that and he should follow the path of dharma. Now when I say dharma, I know that some people translate dharma to religion, some people translate dharma to righteousness. I usually feel that the word dharma, it's very very difficult to decipher, it's very very difficult to define, which is why I will be sticking to the word dharma only, because I feel no other word can compare. It can be like a synonym to the word dharma. Okay, so yes, dharma does mean that for following what's true. Dharma does mean that following the path that is correct and doing justice, following the right thing, doing the right stuff that you have to do. And I also feel that even other religions, the Bible, the Quran, and I don't think Islam is a dharma. I don't think Christianity is a dharma. I don't think Hinduism is a dharma. Okay, usually people translate dharma as religion. All these are religions. They are different paths that teach you dharma. Yeah, they are different religions, but the path they are teaching you, that is dharma. Okay, they are not dharma. Christianity is not dharma. Hinduism is not dharma. I know this is somehow, you might feel okay. Now there have been people who are wiser than you who say that Christianity is a religion, is dharma, Hinduism is dharma. Who are you to say this? Somehow, I feel that dharma word does not imply that it's religion. Okay, that is what I just mean to be made clear over here. So yeah, so that is what I wanted to say. So this is where this entire Bhagavad Gita is recited at the war front, plus Dhritarashtra had his companion Sanjay, and Sanjay was considered to be given the Divya Drishti, means the divine sight, to look at the war place while being in the kingdom. And Krishna had given him the divine sight of seeing at what's going on at Kurukshetra, and Sanjay could actually very well narrate whatever he was seeing. And Sanjay was the one who could get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. See, directly only Arjun got the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita from Krishna himself, and the rest of the world, they got the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita because of Sanjay. He could see on that war front what was going on, and he narrated this entire thing to Dhritarashtra, and from there on the whole world came to know about the Bhagavad Gita. I know that I think it is somebody else who wrote the Bhagavad Gita, who actually wrote it down, but the thing that it was sung, it's a song. Gita means a song. It's a song of the divine, song that is sung by God. So it is actually a song which was sung at the time of Bhagavad Gita in order to make Arjun understand the real worth of what he was doing and what he was supposed to do. Okay, so that is what is the entire Bhagavad Gita. The plot of the Bhagavad Gita, how that is laid. Now we will be getting into shlok after shlok. I would actually like to get into different verses, and most possibly, if God wishes, all the verses. I would actually like to share with you what has been said in all of these, not all of these, but both of these Bhagavad Gita. So so if you want that I continue with this, because I just gave you a rough knowledge, a rough introduction about the Bhagavad Gita in this video, so I would definitely like to know whether you would like me to continue. And so this is how I just thought of making this video before getting directly into Bhagavad Gita, because some kind of plot, some kind of rough scenario, it has need to be built in your eyes. I know you might be totally knowing it, but just in case you don't know it, I just had to lay down some base to it on which the Bhagavad Gita lies. Okay, so this is what is the Bhagavad Gita all about, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this video or anything that I have said in this video. Do let me know in the comments. And so meet you next week again with Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Okay, and I have decided to share this Bhagavad Gita knowledge on every Thursday. So let's see. I would like to share it with you. So so that is it from me for now. See you with a Bhagavad Gita, with some Bhagavad Gita wisdom next week also. For now, I have decided that I will be sharing with you verse after verse, like one verse every week. I don't know how it goes, and whether you want me to share it verse after verse, or you just want me to share with you only a summary of it. I don't know. And plus this is like a huge commitment, that week after week I will be doing this. Plus I know that these videos will become lengthy, which is why I am not like giving a very fixed promise, because I'm actually making a lot of videos every week, which is why I'm not promising you that I will be doing this every week. But from the comments. If you give like very very inspiring comments, and after every video if I get very very inspired by your comments, then definitely I would be pumped to make the next week's Bhagavad Gita video for you. So yeah, in India we consider that Thursday means Guruvar, the day of your guru. Okay, and yeah, Thursday is considered the day of Jupiter planet is considered that it's guru, which is why, and somehow Gita's knowledge is what it actually, yeah, Krishna is considered to be Jagat Guru. He is considered to be the guru of this whole world, which is why I will be sharing the Bhagavad Gita knowledge on Thursdays. Okay, so just in case if you would like me to explain to you verse after verse or any other way you want, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Keep following the path of your soul's purpose, because you are born for a reason. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. When you click on the bell icon, select all notifications so that you get notified about all the videos that I upload.